All week we have been tackling the great digital divide, and this year school has been harder than ever for families as they navigate the coronavirus and virtual learning. As kids get ready to head back after winter break, it's a good chance to look at what we've learned so far. I got some insight from education expert Ibrahim Farhat.
All right, Ibrahim Farhat, thank you so much for being with us here on H-Town Rush. Want to start with talking about virtual learning. It's been happening for the better part of the year now. What do you think has been the hardest part of it for teachers and then for students?
Absolutely. So for the teachers, it's really threefold. So first of all, they've been socially distanced from their students. Teachers make a difference in students' lives with their personal touch, especially for those struggling students. The personal touch of the teacher is a must and often saves a student from failing. With virtual learning, teachers might be more accessible via email, chat, or even live video chats, but the social distance prevented that magic touch. Secondly, the rushed new systems, tools, and resources. Many school districts invested in new systems and processes over the summer to be more ready for virtual learning in the fall. In some cases, the new system implementation took so long that it caused training to be minimal for the teachers and administrators, and the students and parents felt the impact upon launch. And for the students, it's really twofold. Socially distanced from their teachers and peers is number one. Students get their academic and social energy from their teachers and peers to succeed in school. And number two, this is really a big one, inconsistent learning environment at home.
What do you really think can help if this continues on for the near future?
It's more training, it's more people, it's more focus and prioritization. So number one, school districts need to stop investing in systems and tools and invest in people and training instead. Investment into systems and tools are done over the summer. It all works better now than in spring, but training of people has not caught up to these systems and tools. So this includes not just teachers and administrators, but also students and even parents. Number two, we need to prioritize students over curriculum. Yes, meeting the minimum curriculum standards is important, but education is so much more than just academic standards. It's about social, emotional, physical, and mental well-being all at the same time. I'm not suggesting districts to sacrifice quality or academic standards, but offer up more options to engage the students more. In turn, students will follow.